Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, and in the last episode, we actually finished off Chapter 12, The Ageless Palace. We also gained 5 new recruits: Dolph the Knight, Makalon the Knight, Thomas the Archer, or Tomas, however you want to say it, Boa the Bishop, and we also got Media the Paladin. Sorry, I'm reading off the little notepad I usually read off, but just so I remember their names, because there's no way I'm going to remember them based on there's no, like, UI for the game, so it's kind of hard to remember all that stuff. But we also said goodbye to Daros in the last episode, because he's not really cutting it anymore. But for a nice trade-off, we actually gained a new unit, technically. Although we've had him for a while, Hardin has been a very big help for our team, but he also became a paladin, making up for us no longer having Yagan, giving us a nice 10 movement paladin to nice, which is nice, because it's actually really good to have a paladin, because the extra movement is actually really good, because Caeda and Abel can't do what a paladin can do yet, because they don't have that skill yet. But we also gave Drog some nice boots and a nice manual, which let him actually have access to silver weapons, which also, the boots, gave him an extra 4 movement, meaning he has a nice 9 movement now, which is basically the same as Cain and Abel and also Caeda, which I'll just demonstrate real quick. Yeah, Drog can kind of just run around the map now, and that was his only drawback, so him being a heavy armored unit, being able to do that is actually really fun. So with that, let's actually load up my little bookmark that leads us to Chapter 13, and I believe it's called the Wooden Cavalry. And I believe that's because of the fact that there is a bunch of ballistas on this map based on what we saw in the short amount of time. But we also found out, because of her bringing up Astrum, Media actually told us that Astrum was going to be a thing coming up. And with that, he's actually the recruit for this chapter. Although, unlike other characters where we would just bring Caeda or Marth, we actually have to bring Media into the chapter with us. So, because of that, we're going to actually let Caeda sit back for a chapter. We're going to bring her back. But Media needs to take over for now because we need Media in order to get Astrum. So with that, let's start on to the 13th chapter. Let's do this. Chapter 13, The Wooden Cavalry. Marth and his companions hurry to Altea, but are met with by Grust's mighty regiments of Ballisticans. This fearsome mechanical force is known as the Wooden Cavalry. Huge metal-clad boxes stalk the battlefield, clinking and clanking. Can Marth rise to meet this challenge? Well, obviously, he was able to overcome this because we know that for a fact that Marth did end up succeeding in his adventure due to the fact that this is the very first Fire Emblem movie. Here tons and tons of times that the hero King Marth took on Garnef and Medius, which I didn't know about Medius for like the longest time until Tokyo Mirage Sessions, so Medius wasn't really known to me, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew about Medius. It was just me glossing over the fact that I just didn't know he existed, I'll just be honest. But I did know about Garnef though, so it's not like I didn't know about them all, to be honest. But I always knew that Garnef was defeated by Marth. So that was always a thing I did know. So just in case, with our first few movements, we do want to be sure who we're moving, because the Ballisticans can be aggressive. They can move 4 movements, so we do want to be a little bit careful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they can attack like archers. So right here is their movement for there. And then for these guys as well, it's just down here, so we don't really have to worry too much. Astrum is actually hiding right here. And there is one more character. Ooh, actually, what is his model in this game? Ooh, he's actually kind of cool. He kind of reminds me of the one in Heroes. So the Heroes one is actually not too far off, actually. That's kind of cool. And then the other person is known as Beck. He is actually the other Ballistican that I mentioned in Norda Market when we got Jake, which I thought at that time that they had 10 range, and I thought I was going to be using both of them for a long while, because I wanted to search up which characters I wanted to use, just so I know kind of what to use and what not to use, because putting on a random character onto our team without knowing what they do is definitely not a good thing, so knowing who's actually decent is actually a good thing to know, so thankfully I did do that, so I wasn't, like, too far behind. Medea doesn't have a weapon, but I don't think that's really gonna bother me too much. I think she'll be fine. We're not using her, so the only thing we're using her for is just the Astrum, so we don't really have to worry about her movements too much. Bantu, you just do you, buddy. You're perfectly fine, so you just keep walking, I guess. Okay, perfect. Now for the bottom half, Cain and Abel, and also Ogma. And now we can actually figure out which one's Ogma now, since Ogma and Navarre had the same models before. So now we know which ones are which, until Ogma becomes a hero as well, but honestly, that's gonna probably be a while, honestly, due to the fact that we just got the Sniper upgrade, and we also got the Paladin upgrade, so I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be a while until we see that in action. And then we also have 2 thieves on this map, so we have to worry about that. There's a lot of Ballisticans as well, I'm just going to mention that. There are a lot of them. I'm going to guess maybe 20, 30, about. And there also have this village here that we have to make sure we get to before the thieves, but there's no way the thief is going to run 14 blocks out before Marth can even walk. What is it, like 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, there's no way. So we're perfectly fine there. Everyone's moved right, so we're perfectly fine. We have 3 different angles we can attack from, so I think we're fine, and let's do this. Shouldn't be too hard of a chapter, due to the fact that these guys can't attack us from so super far long ranges, so we don't need to worry too bad here. If they were like the ones I was told about in the wiki, that I keep complaining because the wiki told me 10 range, which I don't know why they would, because of the fact that they're not always 10 range, because of the fact that Shadow Dragon, or this one, Shadow Dragon and TheBladeOfLight, they're only 1 range, technically. They're basically just like archers, but heavy armored, basically. So, I don't know why they just don't say, in the original game, there are like archers, basically. And later games, they're like this, basically, is what it should have said, which got me really confused when we ended up finding out that I was being scared for no reason with these guys. So, now that we do know how these guys work, we actually don't have to be scared whatsoever, because we could just run Minerva right up here, just smack them with, we also have the, oh wait, no, we have the Silver Sword as well, which we unlocked in the last chapter. I was thinking maybe we can use the Silver Sword, but I still think maybe the Silver Lance is stronger. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna say Silver Sword because it might dodge the Lance, so let's just go Silver Sword now. Because it's honestly a better bet, because we know it's gonna hit. Because the swords seem to be really accurate, and the lances are a little inaccurate, but they do a lot of damage. So let's make sure we get rid of our targets, because we don't need our flying units getting hit by a heavy armor archer that probably has a lot of strength on top of it. And we also got 1 more strength for her, and weapon level, and luck. Not bad. What actually is our strength now? 13, with 17 defense, right? Yep, 17. Wow. Well, she is low speed, so honestly, technically, it's not the worst thing for her to have those kind of stats, because she's getting defense for low speed, basically, and high attack for low speed as well, is what it seems. Let's see here. We have Armor Slayer. I think these might bash through the Ballistican's armor, so let's try it out. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, well, it was worth a shot, honestly. I just wanted to test it. It was always worth at least checking, because if we didn't know this, later in the game, we would run our character into probably their death if we did that. So it's honestly just good that we tried that, because now we know for the future to not try that again. Because I kind of thought they would kind of be like knights, where the knights kind of take extra damage from the armor slayers and stuff like that. So honestly, it's just nice to know. Sadly, Bantu missed a second attack, which is unfortunate, but honestly, it's not the worst thing, because we do have Wendell here, and Wendell does have the Blizzard skill now, so I think Wendell should be fine to deal with this guy by himself, due to the fact that we do know it's going to do 7 damage. As long as he doesn't miss twice, he should be fine, and everyone else should be fine. And down goes another one of these little armored guys, armored little Ballisticans, and skill, and that's it. Well, he doesn't get really much. He doesn't need strength. He doesn't need all these random stats. Because for the mages, it seems like all they really need is speed, skill, luck, and weapon level. They don't really need anything else. Defense is fine, but they get a lot of HP for free, so they really don't need much here. And it's actually really good. I like how they actually work in this game. And also, how much do we have to worry about Astrum running us down right here? 7 movement, okay. 7 movement's not bad, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right where this guy's standing, right? I want to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so indeed. So right here, he would be standing here. And he would be able to attack here, here, and here. And also behind him, of course. So as long as we don't stand in this small little area here, this little plus mark, we should be fine from not having to worry about that. So it looks like we gotta attack these guys from range then. Okay, so we can try out our new magic. Let's go Bologno, which was the stronger one that I believe we got from the actual bishop, which was the boss, because there was 2 bosses. So let's see, 13 damages. Oof. Okay, 13 damage, I did not expect that. But, wow, okay. That actually does do some damage. Okay, that could have been much worse, honestly. We're gonna throw Drog up here. He should be able to deal with this by himself. We're gonna go... Well, he's gonna double this for sure, probably, due to the fact that I would think the weight of this thing would be 10 times heavier than anything Drog is carrying. So, actually, I think Drog might be able to double this guy by himself, because we were able to get him to double in the last episode, and he ended up getting a crit on a second attack because he missed the first one. So, let's try it out. Let's try out your new weapons, Drog. 11 damage, not bad, through that big defense that these guys have, and he does not double. Okay. Well, it's not the worst thing. It's definitely not the worst case scenario. As long as we make sure Merrick's safe is the only thing we need to do. Okay, so you should be fine there. Merrick has how much defense? 5. Lena has how much? 3. Lena might not survive, but Merrick would definitely, I would think, another attack. It was only 13, right? So, yeah, Merrick's fine. Okay, yeah, Merrick doesn't need to worry. But we can use Harden and just throw a javelin at this guy and maybe get rid of him. So, let's try that, because we can't go underneath him due to the fact that Astrum can kind of chase us down there. So, let's be careful. And, oh, it's one of the rock throwers. Hey, buddy! And that was actually one of the ones that I liked. I liked the fact that they had catapults as well when it came to the Ballisticans. But sadly, we can't use it because of the fact that I just don't think 4 movement's going to be too good. If I knew the boots were coming up, maybe, but honestly, I feel like it was better used on Drog than it was on anyone else. I'm just going to be honest. Can Midia just go here? I'm gonna test it. Because if Midia just moves in the path of Astrum, he might just talk to her and just cancel out his attack entirely. So let's try that. Lena, actually, before I forget to heal Merrick with you, let's actually just do that right now, just so we don't forget that later. So there you go, Merrick, a nice full heal, since that will give you 20 HP back from our wand. Okay, we're done with that half. Now we just need to deal with the bottom half here, which there is 3 of those. I accidentally almost said 13, but honestly, it feels like it at this point, looking at how many there are. Let's see here. I think we should be fine, though. As long as we use our silver lance with with Cain. Cain should have some decent attack and some decent speed as well. He's more than likely going to double this guy. So as long as we get rid of one of these, or 2, or maybe 3, hopefully all 3, if we can get all 3 of them gone, we don't have to worry about anything. But that might not happen, so let's be careful with our movements and be sure what we do and plan accordingly. I don't think the steel sword's going to bash through this armor, so I'm going to say it's probably not going to get rid of this guy. He's one of those flamethrower guys as well, so oof, okay, or maybe even flame arrows, more like. So we do want to be careful with him. Honestly, let's just make sure we get rid of one of them at least. So, Silver Lance on this guy, Abel, you should have this, I would hope and pray that you would be fine. And 10 damage, and down goes another one of these guys. Okay, I would rather deal with 1 than 2, because if Abel were not to get rid of this guy, we would be dealing with 2 Ballisticans. And honestly, I don't want to try that. Because honestly, I feel like that would get us killed. Okay, end turn. Let's see if Astrum just walks up. Come on, Astrum. That is Midia, so I would hope that you would just walk up and say hi and not attack us. If that is the case, that's good. But it might not happen. So just in case, I'm going to say, let's just hope that he doesn't get rid of Midia in one attack. Because, what do you call it? Navarre could recruit. Get recruited by Caeda, and Caeda got attacked by him. So I honestly don't understand why that happened. So it's definitely possible that he will attack Midia, which he didn't. Okay. So he didn't attack, but that means we can just run Midia in, talk, get him to no longer attack us. And also, I thought Midia was Caeda in the last the previous episode, when we did Norda Market, and then we looked at the next chapter, and then we saw this lady. And I honestly thought that was Caeda at that time. And then once we started the other episode, I was like, I was wrong, I was wrong. This is a completely different character, even though she looks exactly like her, in my opinion. But here we go. Astrum, so this is what you've been up to.
Midia? You're really here? I'm so glad you're safe. I've missed you.
It seems you don't know yet. Altea's army has liberated the capital. We were set free and have joined their fight.
Yep, they have indeed.
There's no need to cooperate with the enemy any longer.
That is indeed the truth. So, stop fighting me, please.
Oh, what wonderful news. I will resume my fight against Dolar.
We can be together again. Promise me that you will never leave my side.
Midia, in the time since we last met.
Yes, Astrum, what is it?
I can't help but notice how you matured while we were apart.
Oh, that's kind of sweet. Okay, so let's see here. Now we need to figure out what we actually want to do here, because although that was pretty sweet, we need to kind of figure out what's going on with these Ballisticans, because I did kind of throw them in the middle of the fire and the flames here. So let's make sure that we at least get rid of these guys before anything bad does happen. Okay, that's only 10 damage. I was kind of hoping you'd get rid of him. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay, that makes things harder. Drog, you'll be fine by yourself, I think, so you just deal with this guy, I think. Silver Lance, like before, I know you're not gonna one-shot this guy, because apparently these guys still outspeed you, technically, so... And we did no damage to this guy. Great. That makes things way harder than they need to be. Okay. Well, what we can do here is we can throw you here. We can use your silver sword, because we do know this will get rid of one of these at least. We can use you to completely get rid of this guy, hopefully so, because if it doesn't, then we're going to have much more of a major problem on our hands, and he lived with 1 HP, are you kidding? Are you actually kidding? Oh, God. Here we go again. Okay, I feel like we probably might be having ourselves a nice, skip to save somebody, but maybe Beck here will help us.
You must be Prince Marth. I am Beck, a Ballistican from Deal. After I was defeated in the battle, I hid out in this, village, but I'd like to join your army. With my Thunderbolt, I can take out a ballista with a single shot.
With a single shot, you say? Oh. Okay, well, there's no way you're gonna catch up to anyone, but it's, cool. Nice sentiments, buddy. I hope you actually go through with that, because, yeah, that would be nice. If you do that by yourself. Let's see here. We need to figure out what we need to do here to survive, though. Astrum, I'm gonna hope and pray that you have enough damage to get rid of at least one of these guys. The guy does only have, like, what, 10 HP? So I would hope, you would knock him out, so it was 8, but still, close enough. Okay, 1 down. At least we got rid of 1, because, yeah, Hardin's in the danger zone right now because of what I just did. Well, actually, no, he just looked like he was low on HP. Never mind, he's fine. He should be, at least, I would hope. 4 speed. And let me make sure. This guy... Wait, he might not move, actually. These guys will, but the rest won't, so we don't need to worry about that. What we can do with the bottom half here now, it looks like these guys actually didn't get too much done, actually, by them, or the Ballisticans didn't do anything down here, so actually we can just go here with Abel, smack this guy probably like once or twice, get rid of him completely. He might live with 1 HP, actually. Let's see here. Nope. Completely down. Down goes another Ballistican. Easy peasy. The only hard one was the middle section, to be completely honest, but honestly, a little bit of difficulty here and then isn't that bad, to be honest. It's honestly all about positioning and where you position your characters, to be completely frank with you when it comes to Fire Emblem. As long as you put your characters in like specific spots that don't put them in too much of harm's way, you can kind of deal with pretty much anything by yourself. Okay, I don't think the Ballisticans can go up walls, so I'm going to have Minerva go over to this little house over here and go visit it and see what's happening in here. Let's see here.
Thunderbolt is the only weapon effective against Ballistae. If you want to attack, you will have to draw close.
Okay. Good to know. So Thunderbolt's always going to be good against Ballistas. Okay, that's easy to know. So that helps out. So now I know that his weapon is actually useful. Even though he said single blow, I wasn't gonna take that with I was taking that with a grain of salt, to be honest. So now that I know that it is an effective weapon, that's actually really good to know, because those guys do have some high defense. So if it's able to blast through the defense with the weapon, that's actually not bad. That must be some really high might on top of that. If, or even the effective just forces the might through the roof in general. Wish there was a way for me to check that in video, though, because there is no way to check that as of what I can see. Oh, the ballistas are running away. Perfect. If we only get attacked by one of them, that's perfect. And there goes Midia getting attacked for 12 damage. Thankfully, they don't double, so we don't need to worry about that. And, oh, that's why he backed up. I see, I see. You just want to use your mend staff, I see. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Okay, Lena, we know what you need to do. We need you to mend Hardin's nice wounds that he just gained from kind of just running in here, guns blazing, hoping, praying that he would survive. But now we should be perfectly fine here, as long as we... I'm gonna say Silver Lance this time just to make sure. Because the other guy, the last time we gave this guy any kind of chance, he survived with 1 HP. So let's just use the Silver Lance. It should get rid of him. It should have at least 1 extra might than the Silver Sword, I would think. So there we go. Perfect. Now we don't have to worry about that ballista. We do have the other ballistas, but there's no way that they're going to get in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's no way they're getting in range, except for maybe the boss, but I don't think he's going to move. That's Astra, and we don't need him to move. This guy's probably got full HP, yep. Okay, so Merrick, I know which I want you to do. I want you to go up close. I want you to blast this guy with... Actually, Bologna, actually. The Bologna has been super useful, and it does so much more damage than our other spells, so honestly, let's just make sure that we drop this thing to at least 0, or at least a couple HP, which... Thankfully, got it to 0. That works perfectly. Skill and weapon level and max HP. I'll definitely take every kind of max HP, because 35 HP is not bad, honestly. And Merrick has some low defense, I'm pretty sure. So honestly, it's just nice. Yeah, 5 defense, and I don't think it goes up at all. So honestly, it's just nice to have. Okay, you start moving. Marth, you can start following the rest of the team now, since everyone else is kind of done there. And then, Ogma, I kind of need you to go to this house over here, so you go check this out and see what's going on here.
We were part of Archnea's fighting forces. We were defeated by General Camus, or...
Actually, it would be Camus, actually, I'm pretty sure is how you actually say his name.
However, Rust has taken control. I hope we can be free of them now.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit of time until Grust is out of our hair, because we still need to kind of defeat their general, and I'm pretty sure they won't leave us alone until we at least take them down to their knees or get rid of Dolar completely. which the only way to get rid of Dollar, I'm pretty sure, is by getting rid of Medius. So, yeah, you guys got quite a bit of waiting until we can help you out with that, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure Gruss isn't just going to give up. Okay, Drog, you should be fine, so you just go forward. See if you can get rid of this guy. I'm honestly not sure if you will be able to, but honestly, just try if you can see if you get rid of this curate. Because if we could get rid of him now, that'd be nice, because no more free healing for these guys. But he lived with 2 HP, and we knew you weren't going to double, because there's no way you were going to double a guy with no weapon, because he's got no weight on his weapon, so... or the staff's not going to give him any kind of weight, so we don't get any free attacks from there, sadly, but we'll probably get the advantage in the future when Drawn gets any kind of extra speed. Because he does get some decent, he does have some decent growth rates for speed, so there's always the possibility of him hitting maybe even 20 speed at some point, if we were to, like, completely spam his speed growths and stuff like that. But, let's see, I feel like that should be everyone, right? Yep, that is indeed everyone. So let's end turn. Let's see what the wooden cavalry is going to do now that pretty much half the cavalry is gone. They don't really have much they could do now, do they? And they didn't move at all, so that gives us a free movement here. So, since the thief is running for his life, because he knows that there's no way he's going to be able to take on our army, yeah, I don't think he's going to want to do anything here. Navarre, there's nothing really you can do. As long as you don't go into the movement path of these Ballisticans, you should be fine. Putting Drog in the middle of this seems like death. I'm just gonna be honest, because 3, they can move 4, so if I move here, this guy's gonna attack me, this guy's gonna attack me, and this guy's gonna also attack me, but this guy won't, so, honestly, I wonder if I want to test that. Probably not, but, I guess we'll find out. Drog does have 15 defense, but technically she has more, Minerva has more, but the fact that she's a flying unit doesn't make it easy for her. So let's create a bookmark. We're going to put Drog here, and we're going to test this, honestly. I feel like Drog would be fine because of how high his defenses are, but honestly, I want to kind of limit... Oh, wrong person. Okay, well, never mind. Well, you get out of my face then. And we didn't even get rid of... You know what? I didn't even mean to attack that person in the first place, so I'm gonna just take my turn back, to be honest, because that wasn't even who I was attacking. I was attacking this thing. Thank you, game. Thank you for having that ability to go back, because, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. I did not mean to do that. That looks like a different type of Ballistican. What is that? It looks like a Gatling gun. It's called a Pachyderm? Okay. I believe that's actually a weapon. And, what do you call it? Like, it's not a current weapon, but I'm pretty sure that is something that was used back in the day. I don't know exactly what it was. I believe it might be... Let me think. I think it's the cannons on the side of a boat. That, I think it's like basically a cannon, basically, is what that is. It's just a fancy name for cannon, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's anything special. It could be, I could be wrong. It could be something like special type of gunpowder or something. Honestly, I'm not going to know something like that because I don't search up war often. Like, it's not something like, oh, I want to look at some wars today. I'm just to be honest, it's not my thing. But yeah, it's probably something like just like basically just a big cannon with probably a big attack. Probably, I would guess that thing would be scary to get hit by, because it does look pretty big if it's basically the size of Drog's armor. So I'm a little scared, but I guess we'll find out what it is in the near future when we get nice up and close and personal with the thing. Because, yeah, we're about to find out. More than likely. Okay, how is Hardin doing on HP? Let's see here. He's on 24, so he's fine. You can go here, buddy. And the only other person that needs to move is Lena. Lena, you just make your way up forward and end turn. Now we get to see what the Ballistican army does, because I did say that I think that they're going to try and execute me, due to the fact that there is a bunch of them there. And I don't know how much he's going to be able to tank. Okay, they only do 2 damage to him. Okay, he's fine. He's perfectly fine. He just completely forced these guys forward for me then, without any worries of dying here, because they only do 2 damage to Drog, so maybe this thing might do some damage. Nope, didn't do anything. Okay, 2 damage. Not bad. If they all hit, they probably only would have did 6 damage, so I'll take it. Honestly, I'll just take it. I do have to worry about this guy in the middle, though. Grigus is definitely going to be a problem. But we can probably do something here. There's probably something we could do. I'm going to say probably putting Drog here. No, wait. What would be the best thing? Yeah, bottom side. Bottom side would be the best one. Because Cain and Abel are both there. So as long as we attack this guy once, it'll lower this guy small bits that we can start dealing with the Ballisticans a little bit. I have a feeling I can get rid of the actual boss here. What's his actual name? Grigus again? Okay. I just need to remember that, because I don't usually remember bosses' names when they don't have a UI on them. Because it's kind of hard to tell who they are when you have to kind of like scroll entirely on top of them just to see what their name even was to begin with. And it looks like our Bolognos did nothing, basically, because the first one missed, which I did not need to be happening. But we can still make that we can still make do. Wendell. Oh, wait a minute. There's a guy in front of him. Let's see here. We still do. Hardin, as long as you go here. If Hardin goes here, uses his Silver Lance, does 2 attacks, he might get rid of this guy. And then maybe Wendell can go in between and attack for free without having a chance of being attacked. Why did you miss, Hardin? You needed to not miss, buddy. Okay, well, Bonsu can at least get rid of the guy. I was going to use Bonsu to start damaging the other ones, but... Bonsu, you got this, I think. You should double. There's no way you don't, because of the fact that your Firestone doesn't have any might on it, but because you missed the first attack, you completely messed up this turn. Thanks, buddy. That's great. Great. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Let's see here. We need to get rid of these guys, though. We really do, if we want to do anything here. Cain, I need you to go here, because I know that you should be able to get rid of one of these guys by yourself, as long as you hit. And this guy is low, so there's no way you don't. Please double and hit. If you don't hit, I'm going to be actually kind of upset. Thank you. Okay. I was about to say, they're starting to dodge way too consistently. Strength left them max HP. How much strength are you at now? 16, okay. Okay, Cain, I see. That's a lot. Not gonna lie. Okay, we can box in one of these guys, actually. I'm gonna say we should deal damage to him. I think that's a smart idea here, because Wendell shouldn't be doubled. There is no way this guy doubles me. 16 damage, okay, buddy, yeah, no. No, please. No, please. Yeah, no, how about no? And, you get out of here as fast as possible, because I do not want to deal with that. You die here. Can these people not miss? Please! Okay, I see. I definitely see. Well, I can save one person here, so we don't need to worry too bad. All we need to do is just use Mend, and he survives 1 attack from that thing. Okay, perfect. Let's see here. How low is this guy? 4. Okay. He's got 4, or 20. But we don't have to worry about positioning for that one. We can, however, use our silver bow. It should hit. Please don't miss. Okay. I was about to say. That's very dodgy. That's very dodgy for a, what is it, 80% chance of hitting? Yeah, thanks, game. I definitely enjoy you missing that often. Wow, okay. Thankfully, we have a silver sword. They're dodging like madmen for no reason, but he's down. Okay, perfect. That's good. That's good. It's very good. Okay, we can work with this. This is workable. It's definitely workable. Okay, Marth, you go here. Minerva, you should be fine to go in. Use your silver sword. Actually, should we use no, we should. We definitely should. Just use a silver sword. It should give you high attack. Yeah, there's no chance they dodge us. If they do, it's just weird at that point. Like, there's no way that bar misses an attack, and if it does, I'm gonna be really confused. Okay, thank you. Down goes another one. Oof. I was kind of worried that would be missing as well, because, what was it, like 5 missed attacks already this turn? That is very weird. Very, very, very weird. That does not happen very often, too, so that's kind of strange why that was happening. I think it's just coincidence, but it's just weird. Okay, end turn. Now we can see what happens here. Hopefully that was a worthwhile turn, and we don't have to worry here, because I think Minerva should be fine. Minerva should be fine because of the fact that she is inside one of the little castles. Castles give you a good chance of dodging. I don't think Thunderbolt's just gonna one-shot a unit out of nowhere, because it's supposed to be for the big, huge guys anyways, the Ballisticans in the first place, so I don't think that's gonna happen. And these guys normally only did 2 damage to certain units, so honestly, thankfully they didn't even try, so that's good. Honestly, I'll take it. Any kind of reprieve after getting hit for 16 damage out of nowhere is honestly good. Okay, let's just get rid of the Ballisticans before anything bad happens. Because we're pretty much done with this chapter as is. I'm pretty sure we don't need any items. We probably... Actually, I'm not sure. Depends on what's inside the item shop, honestly. But level 17 skill, weapon level, and max HP. Okay, Abel. It's not the worst thing, because you do need some strength, but you are only at 12, and you still have the promotion to go, so honestly, it's not the worst thing. Let's see here. You're at 1. Honestly, Ogma didn't really get to do much, so Ogma, you want a free stack of any kind of, experience? Here you go, buddy. Hopefully you can do at least a little bit of damage here. 15, crit, okay. Do another attack, and 5 damage. Down goes a Ballistican by himself. He definitely needed help before, but now he didn't. Perfect. Okay, who needs experience? Ooh, you only need 1. Okay, Mr. Thief, I hope you like my nice silver arrow to the face, because this is basically my free experience. We don't even need to double you. This is literally a free level. Level 15, weapon level, luck, max HP. Okay, I'll take it. I'm surprised you didn't get any strength because of the fact that you have a 50% chance of getting it, but it's fine, I guess. I can work with that, I guess. Okay, Wendell doesn't need the experience. Who needs it, actually? You have 2 experience, so there's no close. Navarre, you can have it, I guess. Here you go, Navarre, you have fun with this. Silver Sword. That seems about right. Silver Sword seems like it will do at least as much damage as we need. And 21 damage is not bad on a single strike. Not bad at all. And 44 experience, there goes Navarre. Oh, Rider's Bane, I'll take it. Don't know if I'll use it, but an extra thing to get rid of any kind of cavalry units is nice. Speed, luck, and max HP. Okay, I'll take it. How close are you to your max, actually, for speed? Because I'm pretty sure you're probably close by now. 17, not bad. Okay, I'll definitely take that. I would run into the castle right now, but honestly I want to check out that one shop, because there is this one little area right here. So we might as well check it out, just to see what's inside it. So let's do that real quick before we end off this episode. So, actually wait, that was... Oh, that was Astrum, actually. Wait a minute. No, it was Navarre. Okay, so Astrum's the one over here. I got confused because I saw that there was a hero over here and thought that was Navarre, because Ogma was over here originally. Okay, so let's see here. What's going on in the armory here? Silver lances. Okay, so nothing too important. Okay, so I don't even need anything here. That's perfect. Okay, well, with that, let's seize this castle and let's get on out of this chapter. Let's create the bookmark, go to the castle, and let's see here. Oh! Hey, look, one of the many villains! One of the twins of all the villains that we fought so far. Which one is it? Is this guy named Hamlin? Honestly, who knows?
To think you can defeat Gross's Ballisticin so easily. You fought well, Prince Marth. But beware, you will soon face General Camus and his Sable Knights. They are the strongest warriors in the world.
I beg to differ, I do wonder that one.
You will be reduced to a whimpering child.
I'm guessing that is Grigus then, so we didn't kill Grigus. Okay, so they can kill our units, but we can't get rid of them. Okay. That's fair enough, I guess. But with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. And with that, we will be... Actually, you know what? No, let's not end it off yet. Because we do usually show off the next chapter, so let's do that just to kind of see what's going on. And is that one of the bridges that I didn't buy a bridge key for? Oh, boy. Okay, there's 14 units, so that's nice. I can bring everyone that I would use. So everyone that was with us today. So except for Midia and Astrum and Beck. But we could bring Caeda back, which is good. So 14, not bad. So every single unit we use. We do have another Ballisticin, and this guy is called a Gra. Is that the actual soldiers? Is called Gras? Yep, Gras soldiers. Okay. What's the boss looking like? Anything too spectacular, like dangerous-wise? A general. Okay, generals are usually pretty dangerous. 16 defense, 11 strength, 15 weapon skill. Not bad. It's not that bad at all. But I do see a bridge key. And I do not have a bridge key. Maybe they sell one somewhere nearby, but if not, we're taking the long path, it seems. And that means we walk around the entire perimeter to get even to right here. Oof, that's kind of bad. And if we did have the bridge key, we could just go through the front door. It's so unfortunate. Okay, well, with that, thank y'all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.